How does the DIKW model benefit us as a business with our ticket sales data? What is the DIKW model? It is a description of how data is transformed into information, knowledge, and wisdom. It can be seen from two different perspectives: context and understanding. The DIKW model is a way to have knowledge well organized for everyone to get a clearer picture of. The context perspective of the DIKW model has the following sequence. Step 1. Receive and gather all your important data. Step 2. Connect all the data you have for information. Step 3. Create your knowledge. And then, the last of all, step 4. Have all your knowledge put together, which is known as the wisdom step. The understanding perspective of the DIKW model has this sequence from start to finish. From start, we conduct research. After conducting our research, we have our activities that involve learning, practicing, and communicating. And at last, we finish off with a reflection, understanding what happened from start to finish. This is known as an indirect version of how the DIKW model works. Data granularity. Data granularity is important to help with understanding data as thoroughly as possible by understanding and learning large amounts of small details. This will help us better coordinate with a lot more information from the data we have, which helps us improve in making better business decisions. The definition of data granularity is the amount of detail about our data we dig deep into when deciding or planning. As data granularity increases, so does the amount of detail about the data. According to Skylabs Limited, granularity opens up a new world of understanding consumer profiles and to assist business decisions. Granularity is used by businesses to make better plans with a lot of detail and understanding the target market. We as a tourism board can sell more tickets using granularity this way. Jeff is a junior financial analyst. How could I help him improve his way of using data? Here are some ideas I'm going to give Jeff as a way of helping him improve the accuracy of his work. Jeff should start by checking up on the strategic forecasts and make sure they're well up to date and accurate. Forecasts that lack accuracy or contain a lot of outdated information are subject to mislead the expectations of a business. Forecasts are supposed to provide a better picture on what is likely going to happen. Next, Jeff should collect data from the services, operations, and marketing and have it all gathered together to analyze. The analyzed data will give a better picture of the connections between customers and the marketing and operations, as well as a better picture of understanding the customer's experience and decisions. To finish off, Jeff should use the data to discover which regions geographically are lacking attention compared to other regions when it comes to things like lacking business activity or having greater value opportunities. This will give a better picture on when we can possibly have more employment opportunities, and this will also help adjust our business plans to make improvements. How does the DIKW model benefit for us as a tourism board? As a tourism board, our very first and most important step that we need to take is to be able to have all our data received and well organized so we can be off to a great start at striving for the best in getting our results at the end. Examples of data include, but not limited to, measurements and records. The data we receive, however, alone is not going to help answer the questions that we really do have at the end. There's more to do. After we have collected all our data, the next step will be collecting information about our data, which I think of it as the beginning point of when we dig deep into our data. We process data in this step. The questions we are trying to answer are who, what, where, and when. After we have gained information, digging deep into our data, we are now going to move on to determining how we build knowledge of the data we have been digging deep into. Furthermore, we are going to figure out how the details of the data came the way they did, and what specific measures were figured out. This step is a basic understanding of how our data is used to answer questions regarding specific known measures. Using the DIKW model, we started with collecting and organizing data, using that data to gain information, using the information to build knowledge. After collecting the knowledge, we will use it thoroughly, and at this point, at the last step, we are to accomplish understanding why the data came out the way it did. At this point, the very last step, we as a tourism board can do a better job with business planning so more tickets are sold. As for businesses in general, including us, Travel Fund Tourism, we went over how data can be used for discovering interesting finds about our data that we would not have known before. The use of the DIKW model builds levels and levels of understanding as to how and why the data we received came the way it did. We also discussed about how data granularity dives into the level of detail about our data. In addition to learning more about our data, we went over how Jeff a junior financial analyst can improve the accuracy of his work by taking more advanced and thorough approaches. Thank you for joining today's presentation.